Oh god.
Okay, we have eight characters of these 2 pages. So I'll roll 4 for me and the other 4 for you. Okay.
Epic.
So starting off with Jade for me. That's a good start. Not one of my best voices. Got Rose. Okay. Dave. All right. And narrator. Okay. Which means that you're doing Roxy, John, Jake, and Dirk.
Dear God. Okay, I can do half of those guys.
Just try all of them, and even if you don't do the best voice, I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay.
Yeah.
The stands of the Canton Memorial Arena are packed front to back with audience members from every kingdom. Presently, the crowd is going nuts, enthralled by Jake English's skillful posing and mollified by the deeply theatrical stage dive that Dirk has just taken onto the mat. Dirk, in fact, has unquestionably eaten shit. His shit eating was so brutal that no one, except maybe Jake, cares that he's taking a phone call in the middle of a live broadcast. And no one should, really. The broadcast has been going on for 3 hours already. Dave takes a seat on the couch, rising in Karkat's butt groove. He observes his battered exo-father, who is lying inside a reef of busted robot limbs like a piece of absolute garbage. Bro, I'm watching you on the tube, and I gotta say, while the beatdown you just received was as thorough as it was humiliating, I'm afraid as usual the solution to this problem should probably not involve your decapitation, you fucking drama queen.
Damn. Are you sure?
Yeah, Jake just kicked your ass. That's really all there is to say on the matter.
You're probably right. But still not entirely sure we should be so quick to catch-all solution to any given problem. It really could save us a lot of trouble in the future, especially me.
It's really amazing how this meme we have going here continues to be exactly as funny as the day it was established.
Isn't it always, though?
Yeah. By the way, how did you get your ass kicked so bad? Jake sucks and his raps are fucking awful. Please tell me this garbage show is as rigged as it looks. On a TV, Dirk makes an elegant hand sign that once might have represented solidarity with some ancient coastal rap group, but now has been utterly divorced from its cultural context here on Earthsea. The camera pans away from him and over the crowd. It zooms in on a young crocodile wearing an oversized t-shirt with Jake's highly marketable ass plastered over it, and the phrase "Tally Ho" written in big bubble letters.
Dave, there's such a thing as showmanship. I'm sure I don't need to explain this to you, of all people.
Okay, cool. It's fake. Just making sure.
Sigh. We really don't like to use that word.
Lamau, okay.
Holding back a little to achieve certain results doesn't necessarily mean you're participating in a farce or rigging the event. We do this all the time. We hold back our thoughts, our true feelings, our full potential. We disguise how much we know about what and when for many purposes, to ease relations, to let others behave naturally and make up their minds without undue intervention, to wait for the right moments to show our hands, to pick our battles. In life, there are many reasons to show restraint, which would never be regarded as an attempt to rig reality.
Oof, my dog, you're full of some shit today, aren't you?
Absolutely. And when it comes to theater, there are just as many reasons for restraint: to build tension, to set the stage, to give people someone to root against.
Is that what you're doing now, making people root against you?
What, by losing a round? No, man, that's just standard pacing stuff when it comes to battlecraft.
No, I mean by holding up the whole fight by talking to me. I can see you on TV. They're booing you, dude. The crowd has indeed fully exhausted both its patience and its thirst for the ceaseless ogling of Jake's impressive glutes. The camera swings around to focus on Dirk, who, since standing on his severed-mistly separate ass, has not moved except to make arcane rap-related hand gestures. The excitable salamander manning the camera switches to a fisheye lens for some unfathomable reason, giving the whole exchange an air of demented absurdity. Dirk's sunglasses distort and stretch to dominate the entire screen.
Oh, then yes, I guess that is what I'm doing. Dirk, are you going to be much longer with your telephone? I don't.
No, it's great. Carry on.
Okay. The crowd is getting feisty. You didn't get too badly winded from our last scrum, did you, Dirk? Haha, no, Jake. I'm fine. I'll just be a minute. What about the agitated rabble? They're starting to throw things. I can't read. They don't know. I don't know. Do a dance or something. Sing a song. I love anything you do. Um, okay, sounds stupid, but I'll try.
Jake tips an imaginary hat towards centre stage and begins doing the Charleston. Dave is subjected to an entire fish-eyeball lenticle with Jake's booty shorts flexing and constricting against his hands' thighs. Just as Dirk predicts, the crowd immediately loses its shit, except for a single carapacian in the front row, who continues to glare at Dirk with an expression of absolute and total contempt. Why do you want people to hate you so much? It's fucked up.
You're reading way too much into it. If I wanted another round of embarrassingly indulgent and mutually masturbatory psychoanalysis, I would have called my daughter instead.
Do I need to point out how fucking weird what you just said was, or can that start going without saying at this point?
I think it can go without saying.
Nice.
The point is, playing myself up as a villain figure in this hacky rap pageant has nothing to do with getting people to dislike me. Besides, everyone loves a good villain. When they boo, they don't really mean it. I think you'd be surprised by how popular I actually am.
I don't know, man. Something flies out of the audience and smacks Dirk in the side of the head before flopping out of view of the camera. He doesn't react or make a facial expression at all. Did did someone just throw a diaper at you?
There's gonna be some diapers, yeah.
Sounds bad.
The point is, this is much less about me and more about providing a foil for Jake's heroism and charisma. It's very important that his popularity continues to be cultivated to maximize his political capital.
Political capital. What the fuck? Okay, how long have you known about the Jane thing? I mean, is this something you've been planning for like a long time, or?
Planning is such an intense work.
God damn it. You cut out for it.
Sorry, should
Okay.
I say it again?
God damn it.
Look, let's just say there have been some conversations. Does that meet with your approval?
Jane is a shitty candidate, dude. She's going to be so shitty.
I thought you'd feel that way. I respectfully disagree.
I get it, she's a good friend of yours and all, but even you have to admit how far up her own ass she is.
Of course, I consider it to be among her best qualifications for the job.
Christ. Okay, if nothing else, have you at least taken into account the devastation to the economy this will cause?
You know perfectly well how much we differ on fiscal policy. Maybe this isn't the best time for one of our epic debates on the subject.
Yeah, what was I thinking? Wasting the time the dude currently holding up a televised rap contest so bad he's getting diapers thrown at him.
Dave, I think if you search your soul, you'll come to the same conclusion I have. Jane is just what this planet needs. We've all had our fun here, but it's easy to overlook the fact that civilization on Earthsea is hardly a sustainable proposition. Just beneath the surface, it's quite a dangerous and unstable place.
I know that, which is why I actually think it'd be cool to have a president that's good instead of bad.
He's not as great as you think.
What? Who? Obama? How dare you?
No, fool. Carcat.
Oh,
I think your heart is in the right place, but the dude is a complete amateur. He'll get eaten alive. I also have a hard time imagining he even wants the job. Really, it's an awful idea for him to even run. Think about how much it's going to inflame the interspecies tensions on this planet. Is that what you want? I'm happy for both of you, really. It's nice that you encourage and support each other in this way. But you're sending him on a fool's errand, which can only end badly.
Dave opens his mouth to argue, but something else occurs to him. Wait, how do you even know he's entering the race? We just decided this.
A competent political operative has his ways. Besides, it was always pretty obvious to me you'd react this way the moment the announcement was made.
Okay, that's kinda creepy, I guess, but it doesn't change anything. He's running for president, he's going to fucking win. End of story.
Fair enough.
Though now I'm wondering, since you and Jane have been planning this for a while, how many key endorsements have you locked up? Because if you've already got Jake on your side, then I guess we might as well just fucking quit.
I wouldn't worry about that. He and I don't quite have the rapport we once did. He's over me and doesn't spare opportunities to make ostentatious demonstration of this claim. Basically, he doesn't like being told what to do, especially not by me. So it's fair to say, as of now, he's still fully in play. Not that I should be encouraging you, really.
You are one double-talking son of a bitch, you know that? I can't tell if you don't want us to run or reverse psychology mind-fucking us into running.
Does it matter?
I guess not. Not like I can just stand around and wait for President Crocker to, like, write fucking grammar laws into the Constitution.
Good. That's a heroic attitude to have, which I'm pleased to hear. Even if your plan is stupid, which it is, and even if Karkat would be an atrocious president, which he would.
Nuh-uh.
Sorry to cut this short, but diapers are starting to come down pretty hard right now, and some of them haven't even had their babies removed.
What?
That was a joke. Goodbye, Dave.
Dirk hangs up the phone and wipes with his face. The mood in Canton Memorial Arena is tense, snapping and popping from the chill cooling and heating of the audience's expectations and tempers. An uneven silence begins to fall over the stadium as Dirk hops to his feet. Jake can't help but watch emotion, raking his eyes over the muscles shifting beneath the skin of Dirk's neck and arms. There is something implacably magnificent about Dirk's strider, Jake thinks, untamed like a wild game beast of incredible size and strength. Of course, their history together is never far from Jake's mind, however many years it's been since the last tussle of an amorous nature. The old dramas and triumphs in the days of Spurb. Dirk's companionship has been taxing to the heart, to say the least, and yet he's taught Jake so much about combat, philosophy, life, love. But sometimes, despite their checkered and problematic past, Jake wishes that he could seize Dirk by the proverbial horns and wrest him bodily into becoming a much more agreeable fellow. Then again, who would Dirk be if he weren't so contentious and imperious? Certainly not someone to inspire such wistful lollygagging. Jake cannot help but observe.
And I talk to myself again. Sorry for the diversion, Jake. Now, where are we? Momentary? Gadzooks, man, you were on the phone for half a friggin' hour. I know you like to get the crowd all hot and bothered, but we are supposed to be professionals here. You're right. My bad. Won't happen again. How about you kick off the next round? I bet this crowd will settle its shit right down the moment you drop the latest rhymes you've been tinkering with. You know the ones. Gasp. You don't mean... Oh, but I do.
Jake's face lights up. He composes himself, adjusting a bow tie, although he's not wearing one, and making a vague gesture like he's twirling one end of that moustache Dirk has not yet let him grow. Dirk lets him go with a gentle smile like the sort you give to a dog for performing a trick adequately. Jake responds to the signal like an Olympic athlete hearing a starter pistol. He was born for this.
We're thinking about booking a place.
1 second.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright.
Man, this is gonna be fun. I'm scared. I Let's see how far I can take this. Tally-ho, it's me, Jake McGee, popping my pistols off, 2 shots and a kiss. My aim is tops, I never miss. 1 shot to the heart and the other to your lips. I'm heedless, you can't impede this. While these cads are all hat and very little cattle, cattle so weak one fears they might be feedless. As I prattle and digress, you try to make your egress in the middle of the battle, but surely ye jest fiddle faddle. My rhymes are known to bring the rattle. I rattle these bones right down to the bit. I'm a I'm a mellifluous old chap who knows how to take a hit. I'm the tip top of the morning, like a rip-roaring halt to your snoring, like pouring butter on bacon, their hunger awakens. All the rascally scalawags and dastardly jackanapes always ask of me, mate, what is shaking? With golden gas pipes such as Jaking's, I'm dodging their shade and ducking their jape slings, while my rump strokes a thirst that my rhymes have been slaking.
The crowd, as Dirk rightly predicted, has settled this shit right down. This is not due to any accidental brilliance in the past of Jake English, but rather due to an abashed but loyal brand of pity the kind and devoted fan cannot help but feel when they see a beloved celebrity make an ass out of themselves during a live broadcast they've waited two and a half years in line to buy a ticket for. Dirk's phone begins going off again.
When the splendid lads and ladies ask me how do you do, I... Hi.
Yeah. It's you
Did you
again.
not hear me? Did we
Yeah.
say it again? Epic. When the splendid lads
No,
and
you did.
ladies...
You're doing Dirk, aren't you?
I forgot I was doing Dirk, and I was just waiting. Okay, I'm very smart. Let's continue. Let's try that again. When the splendid lads and ladies ask me, how do you do? Whoops, Jake. Sorry to cut you off. Looks like I'm getting another call. Really need to take this one. Gonna have to wrap this battle up sooner than scheduled.
With a casual flick of his wrist, Dirk snaps out a bright red tranquilizer handgun and shoots Jake in the neck. Jake's glasses crack when he hits the mat. A chorus of boos rises up in the crowd like groundwater. Dirk artfully dodges a bucket of obscene troll fluid to field yet another very important personal call.
Yo, Rose, what's up?
Look up.
This is my first time reading this, and what the fuck?
Yeah,
What?
it's great. Anyway,
What's
look up.
happening?
The sky is really blue, but it's a different kind of blue than Earth sea sky. It's less, somehow, like someone took a photo of the sky and turned the contrast down a little, just enough to make the clouds blend into the horizon. That is to say, it isn't the kind of sky promised by a paradise planet, just an ordinary one. You realise suddenly how much you've missed the ordinary, as opposed to the supposedly perfect. You've been away from home almost as many years as you lived there. It's not just the sky, everything else is exactly and nothing like you remembered it. The scent of damp grass, the quality of the air, the solitude. There's nothing but white houses and maple trees as far as the eye can see. A woodpecker raps away incessantly at the tree with the tire string outside your old bedroom window. You couldn't think of anywhere else to go, so you and your little army exist in a circle in your old backyard exactly 1 week before the meteors hit. It's you, Rose, Dave, Jade, and all 4 of your teenage progenitors, each dressed in god-tier garb. No trolls, no one who can die from anything less than a heroic sacrifice. At least, that is what you assume to be the reasoning for Rose's instruction to assemble your party his way. Wind slices down the street between the neat rows of bungalows. It's chilly, carrying air from the mountaintops with it. Even that feels different. The wind moves through you now, under your skin and right into your bones, skimming their hollows the same way it does the homes of your salamander neighbours, or the open mailbox in front of your childhood house. The smell of a cake baking wafts from the open window, and the thick stench of browning sugar fills the yard. You say that too, but now all makes you want to do... Um, don't cry in front of all the cool teen versions of your friends. You hold back your tears with a big ugly snort. Jake is also ruining the mood anyway by bouncing away on your old green slime pogo. Doesn't he realise how dangerous that thing is? Of course not, the fool. Dave fractures the silence by broaching a subject that's on everyone's mind but yours, apparently. So, what's going to happen to everyone we left in the wrecked timeline?
Well, I don't know, actually. I've been to that timeline 4 times now, and it goes to shit.
Oh, this has been bothering me as well. Is Kanaya going to be okay? And by Kanaya, I guess I mean everyone? Yeah, what about Karkat and Terezi and the mayor? Oh my god! What? Actually, Dave, I hate to say it, but I think John might have accidentally actually saved the mayor by bringing us all here. What could that possibly mean? I just remembered before John zapped us all here and unbrainwashed me, I think I was going to kill the mayor. What the fuck, Jade? No, Jade, that would seriously uncool. I know! I was going to kick him right into the lava. That is so fucked up on so many levels, I don't even know where to begin. It's like an Escher staircase of cartoon villainy. I got nothing, it's so... Grimbark? Woof woof. Jesus, no, Jade, it's stone cold evil. I can't believe you just said that shit and then woofed at me. I can't even look at you right now.
Everyone, can we...
Everyone turns to look at you immediately like you're an authority, which you kind of are. You're struck with a sudden uncomfortable realization that you were the only adults in the yard. You've never felt like an adult until this moment. 18 came and went and nothing really changed except that you're pretty certain you could grow a bitching moustache now if you wanted. And you might even have one by now if you didn't feel a sense of duty to uphold the sacred Egbert family tradition of shaving at least once per day, even if it isn't really necessary. You owe at least that much to the memory of your departed father.
Say that you're Sorry, I'm being paged.
Oof. So,
Okay, just give me a few minutes.
alright,
Is that okay?
I guess I'll pause the recording.
Let's chill out for a minute. I'm sure this is all very confusing to all of you. About the timeline you're leaving behind. Yeah, I get it. It's weird. I've already left one major timeline behind. Well, two if you count the one I just came from, where we're all adults. The truth is, I have no idea what happens to these timelines and all the people living in them when I just zap out of them to use my retcon powers to change stuff. They might stop existing completely. I don't know. The thing is, we can't really think about it. It's tough, but if we're all acting like heroes here and trying to do the right thing, then we have to put it all behind us. It's a sacrifice we're making. I mean, we're risking our lives by fighting a powerful monster, sure. But the sacrifice I'm talking about is saying goodbye to the life we thought we belonged to and all the people in it. Probably forever. It sucks, and I'm sorry I had to ask this of you all, but there's no other way. Everyone who has ever existed and will ever exist is counting on us, I think. So, yeah.
Shrug. It's all you can think to do to punctuate your speech with lukewarm and inspirational value. Judging from the confused look from the others, all of them may share your assessment of your own or rhetorical skills, except for one person. She's perked up at your spiel, regarding you with alert and admiring eyes.
Damn, John, I know we just met and all, but that was a fine ass speech, and I don't know if I speak for the rest of my peeps here, but I'm fucking psyched. Let's do this shit.
Well, I'm not sure what I was expecting, but that was a really good Roxy voice. Anyway,
Yeah, I do Roxy.
oh, I didn't realise. Sorry. I thought the one I guess the ones you weren't sure about doing was probably mostly Jake. I thought Roxy was included in that.
No,
Anyway.
I can. Oh, I do Roxy, Dave, Jake, and Jade
Oh,
for the
so it was
kids.
Dirk and John that you weren't
So,
sure about. Ah,
yes, it was John and Dirk.
in that case, you're doing a really good job for those two as well.
Thank
Anyway,
you.
should we get back to the voice acting?
Yeah,
Um,
probably.
yeah, she wonks it at you.
Uh,
You weren't prepared to get passively hit on by the definitely not legal version of a girl you used to have a crush on at the age she was when you first met her, only a few hours after you watched the actually legal version of her engaged in passionate hand-holding with her possibly aromantic skeleton alien monster girlfriend. You start to sweat, and again the unwelcome odour of undercooked meat emanating from your body makes itself known to your nose.
oh, thanks. Anyway,
Uh, you could have some assuming you finished your line, so
frick.
you quickly distance yourself from you quickly distance your mind from any additional discomforting thoughts about your old and semi-ex flame and propel yourself into a widely unrehearsed tactical planning session. You review each of your abilities, strengths, and weaknesses, and then cobble together a reasonably sound approach of besieging a young and brassy version of Lord English by way of surprise attack. The planning is mostly disorganized and structureless, though some common themes often recur around you and your original three friends leading the charge, since you are the oldest and wisest, and therefore the strongest, the exception of Jade, whose gaudy array of powers make her the most formidable of the group, bar none. Aside from that, it appears as a consensus is that the melee will likely devolve into an absolute free-for-all, at least going by the general patterns of incoherent banter, shit-talking, and points of pedantic tactical disagreement plaguing the jam session. You overhear someone making mention of a huge gay hope bubble? That can't be right, but you didn't catch who said it. A flamboyant pink spell? Yeah, this conversation is off the rails now. At the precise moment you believe the meeting has outlasted its usefulness, Jake does you the favour of effectively pounding the gavel for adjournment by rocking back a bit too far on your lawn pogo and launching yourself over the top of the ride on the next bounce. He facepalms right into the dirt.
Jeepers.
Dirk goes to help your yard clean the Jake of its dirt. Jade follows to help out. It seems she wants to chat with Jake, considering it's the first time they've met, and from her perspective, some eruptions of chatter can be heard from other members of your group. It's easy to forget, since a reunion between your friends and all your young relatives happened so long ago from your point of view. This is all quite novel to everyone here. They've hardly had a moment to process it, since your plan to drag them all off to find Lord English has understandably stolen the fun of an otherwise poignant homecoming. Poor kids, you think. You decide to give the team some space to work through their shit before you take off to save the universe. You end up wandering all the way around to the other side of your house and back until you reach a window facing the neighbour's fence. You can see straight into your dad's study from here. You go still, feet rooted to the ground, hearts hammering in your ribs. Your dad's sitting right there, smoking his pipe and operating his professional-looking, boring, grey PDA. He's got the kitchen timer set up on his desk. You can hear the notes of his favourite Barley jazz album filtering out through the window, which is open only an inch. The sun is hitting the glass in a way so you can't see his face. This is probably the
If
last
he
chance
has
to...
a face,
yeah.
his face that may or may not actually exist.
Yeah.
All we know is he has a nose.
Yes. This is probably the last time you ever have a chance to talk to him. The urge is overwhelming, but you can't, and not just because your feet won't move and your throat is closing up. It's just that it would be a really bad idea to bother him. It would totally freak him out to have an adult version of his son show up out of the blue and knock on his window like a creep. He probably wouldn't even recognize you. Fair enough, it's time to go, John. You return to the backyard. Your team friends are split off into genetically segmented groups. Roxy and Rose sitting in the grass, Jade and your shared exo-parents laughing together by the green slime pogo, and the Striders leaning against the farthest fence, with a tense foot and a half of space between them. It's heartwarming, but something doesn't feel right about it to you, possibly for selfish reasons. It's the selfishness of your own perspective, of wanting the memories you had of the reunion between all those people to be the most notable and legitimate manifestation of this event. To see the moments echo or play out all over again, to overhear the heartfelt confessions repeat themselves. It feels cheap. To you, that is. To the man who lived us all through us all before and selfishly doesn't want to have the memory tarnished with a tawdry reprisal. Exhibition of counterfeit emotional catharsis and one pale shadow to those you care about most in the world. You wonder, do you see these teen versions of your friends as real? Are you treating them at Rose's behest as simple puppets? Doing your part to insist they fill friend-shaped recesses and an essential plan to stabilize all else that can be considered important, a distinction no longer applying to them? Do you care at all about whatever fate it may be that you are sentencing these children to? Are you becoming as complicit in the fatalistic evils of Paradox Base as Lord English himself? Are you becoming a monster, John Egbert? You can't bear to watch him bond any further than this, nor can you tolerate another moment of your self-incriminating reverie. You wait one more minute before breaking it up, and not a second longer.
Hey kids.
Please, adult John, don't do that. Rose gets up from the grass, elegant as a folding paper, and brushes down her skirt. She tilts her head at you, looking very much like your Rose did when she saw you off that morning. It's obviously she's trying very hard to hide her apprehension. Is it time to go?
Yeah, no, if you want to be technical, I can zap us in wherever, whenever. We have all the time in the universe if we want it.
But if we don't leave now, you're afraid we never will? After all these years, in a reverse direction, she still has your number.
I guess it's true that people don't really cough, cough.
Cough, cough.
Homestuck too. Continue.
Rose gives Roxy a strange look, appearing to silently acknowledge an entire conversation has been taking place, using a great volume of words that aren't being spoken. I guess. She smiles. Get the show on the road.
Okay, everyone, I've never zapped this many people before, so let's all just hold hands, maybe in a circle. That should work.
God, this is so lame. It's not lame, it's perfect. Nah.
Shh. All right, is everyone ready then?
Only Jade says yes enthusiastically. Everyone else takes a deep breath and looks around at each other, hands are taken, some tentatively, some firmly. When all sweaty teenage palms are correctly clasped, you place your own hand on Jade's shoulder and concentrate on where you need to go. The last thing you hear before zapping away is your dad's kitchen timer going off in his study.